on guys, welcome back to another Germany day. So today we're going to be checking out 10 traditional German cakes, authentic German cakes and pastries. Let's go.
Germany. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. People loosen up, calm themselves, relax and forget the troubles of the day for the moment. And this is not because we start meditating, it is because it's finally coffee and cake time. In
Coffee and
Germany,
cake time. Let's
that
go.
dates back to the 17th century to meet up with our family.
Isn't that so cool though? Like waking up every morning and having coffee and cake. I mean, bro, that just sounds like a dream, you know?
Family members and friends at 3 o'clock every Sunday for coffee and cake. In this
every
video,
Sunday,
I'm going to
okay.
show you what are the most popular cakes that you can have on your trip to Germany. And thankfully, you can eat them not only on Sunday at 3 p.m.
Wow, 8 most popular cakes in Germany. Let's go.
You don't know me yet, my name is Marta from Cooking the World and I'm a food guide in Frankfurt. If you are interested in the German traditional food, please subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And now, grab a coffee and let's start.
I don't really have coffee with me at the moment. I do have a cup of water. I think that will do, right? So get your coffee, guys. And a cake if you got one. Let's go.
Chocolate cake and cheesecake baby. The recipe for this cake was developed by the members of Dr. Oetker Bakery Club. And Dr. Oetker introduced a corresponding baking mix in January
looks good.
1993. This baking mix was so popular that even the normal bakeries started baking it. I baked this russische Zupfkuchen from the baking mix because I really wanted to compare the one from the real bakery and the baking mix cake. And I came to the conclusion that the baking mix is alright, but not the best. And as far as I know, there are also recipes available to bake this cake without having the baking mix.
Okay,
Cake that I would like.
that actually looked like a really tasty cake. I mean, the white part in the middle, I don't know about that, just looked really, really good. So I like, just by the looks, I think I would enjoy that. Let's see the next one. Marmorkuchen.
I'd like to show you, it's called Marmorkuchen, so the marble cake. Marble cake is made of two kinds of butter. One is the light one and one is the dark one. The place of origin of this cake is Germany, and the first references to a marble cake begin appearing at the end of the 19th century. But the cakes, which consisted of different kinds of different colored butter, were already known in the 17th century. At the beginning, the darker...
I don't know, but this cake looks a bit too dry for me. I don't really like dry cakes, you know. I want it to be a bit, you know, some I don't know, some juices inside or something cold, or I think you know what I mean, some cream, something like that.
Butter was made from molasses and some spices, and then it was replaced by chocolate. Here in Germany, this kind of cake we enjoy with whipped cream. Another cake that is very popular in Germany is called Gugelhopf.
Gugelhopf, okay.
And this is the cake made of yeast dough that comes from Alsace, Germany, Austria and Switzerland. The cake has got this particular shape because it's baked in the bun mold. This cake has a...
I've never tried any of these cakes that are mentioned here so far. But okay, I wonder what flavor this one would have. It looks plain, but yeah, I have no idea what flavor this could actually be.
This cake in many different regions is called in many different ways. So you can find it under Gugelhopf, Buntkuchen, Aschkuchen, Rondonkuchen, and probably many, many more. And this is another traditional cake that you would enjoy with whipped cream.
Okay, but at least they have dips for these like dry cakes, you know?
Butterkuchen belongs definitely to one of...
Butterkuchen, Zuckerkuchen. Okay, this one looks tasty. I think this will be my favorite one. My favorite
German cakes. Unfortunately, we can't find it here in Frankfurt because it's very popular in the northern Germany and Westphalia. The cake consists of yeast dough and it's baked with butter pieces on the top.
Oh my god, love cakes with butter. Love them, bro. Absolutely.
Soak while baking into the dough. The cake has also a topping of almond and sugar. Often the simplest food tastes best. I hope you agree with me on that. The next cake.
Okay. Interesting. Next up we got the Straußelkuchen. I'm probably pronouncing all these wrong, right?
Of you to try here in Germany is got Streuselkuchen, so crumb cake.
Okay.
The crumb cake consists of 2 layers, the layer of the yeast dough and the crumbs. The crumbs are made with flour, butter and sugar. Here in Germany we like adding an additional layer between the dough and the crumbs. It is usually a layer of fruit, like in this case cherries, but also custard
Cherries.
and fat.
Oh my god, this is making me want to just get right there and just eat the whole load of cakes, bro. Jesus.
In autumn, every second German family bakes a plum cake. Some say that crumb cake came actually from Silesia, but there's no written proof for that. The only thing that is known that the cake got very popular in the 19th century in Silesia and Saxony. And talking about the popular cakes in Germany, I really need to mention apple cake. The most known
Apple cake, okay, we know this one. I mean, this is popular around the world, not just in Germany.
cake variation is the apple pie.
But is it actually a Germany, like, traditional cake? The apple cake? Apple cake?
That comes from England, but here in Germany we've got different ways of preparing cake with apples. One of the most popular apple cakes here in Germany is called gedeckter Apfelkuchen, and this one is made of 4 layers. 2 layers of the short crust pastry, a layer of apples, usually mixed with lemon juice, sugar, cinnamon, and sometimes even applesauce. And on top we usually have a layer of frosting. Another apple cake that is popular here in Germany is the apple pie cake. And
that is nice, bro.
Apfelkuchen.
Apfelstreuselkuchen. These are some weird names, I'm not gonna lie.
So sunken apple cake, in which where when baking the apple pieces soak into dough. As soon as the cake is ready and cold, it's also sprinkled with a powdered sugar. And this is another type of cake that we serve with a whipped cream. What a life here in Germany, I'm telling you. And another pretty obvious cake that I need to mention, it's called the German cheese.
What's this one? Käsekuchen.
Cake, so Käsekuchen. The place of origins for the cheesecake is actually Asian Greece, but obviously it is very popular and all over the world. Here in Germany, we like making our cheesecake with a
cheesecake. Oh my god, bro. Cheesecakes are one of my favorite cakes. Honestly, cheesecakes. I don't like it with the cherry stuff on top, just like this right here.
Layer of
just like this one
or short crust pastry that is then filled with a cheese mixture that is a bit softer. Some cheesecakes can also be served with topping of the fruits. At this point,
I don't like the topping of fruits. I just want it plain.
I would love to mention.
Let me know how you guys like your cheesecakes. Let me know in the comments below.
A cake that comes from Saxony and Thuringia, and it's also got the layer of the cream cheese, so quark, that is called Eierschächer. If you are heading to Dresden, you definitely need to have this one. On the screen right now you can see the Baumkuchen, so the German variety of spit cake that is very popular here in Europe. The name of it literally translates to tree cake because it's got this characteristic rings that resemble tree rings when you slice the cake. German Baumkuchen is always covered with a layer of chocolate. The older German recipe comes from
this one looks really good.
1450, and that time the cake was made for the bigger celebrations like weddings. If you would like to try this cake, I would recommend you to head to the nearest supermarket, because to be honest, I have never seen this cake sold in any bakery here in Germany. The next cake that I have to mention very briefly is the Stollen, so the cake that is eaten in the Christmas time here in Germany. The cake is made from the yeast dough and seasoned with cinnamon and cardamom. Also inside, it's got dry fruits like raisins and candied orange.
Yeah, I don't think this is a cake for me, to be honest. I'm not this sort of cake guy.
But also almonds and sometimes even marzipan. Stollen is usually topped with powdered sugar or sugar glaze. And the most famous Stollen is called Dresdener Christstollen that you can get only in Saxony. And talking about the cakes, there is one cake that we rather have with a glass
it's Wibbelkuchen
of wine or Federweißer as with a glass of coffee. And this cake is called Zwiebelkuchen, so the German onion cake. This cake is very popular in the South and East Germany, especially in the wine regions. The cake is usually made of the yeast dough or short crust pastry, and it's topped with steamed onions and also bacon cream. And
cake with onions? Never on my days of living on this planet Earth heard of cake with onions. Honestly, cake with onions. How does that taste? How does this one taste? Wow, bro, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Depending on the regional variation. Traditionally, we eat it in autumn with a glass of Federweißer, so the young wine, and the onion cake is also topped with a cheese. You will find the onion cake at food market in late September and October.
Thank you very much for
So that was like an onion cheese sort of cake. Interesting.
This video. I hope you did enjoy it. Next week we will be diving more deeply into the subject of the German cakes, because next week we will be focusing on the German multi-layered cakes, so-called Torten. There are a few differences between the cakes and the multi-layered cakes, and the most obvious one is that the normal cakes consist usually of one layer and the multi-layered cakes consist of few layers. The other difference is also that the multi-layered cakes consist of ingredients that hasn't been baked with a cake. So that means that the fruits hasn't been baked with the butter in the oven. So those two would be the main differences. Obviously, they're always...
Okay, interesting. Very interesting video. Really like the explanation of the whole videos. Guys, let me know if you actually want more of these sort of videos. If you have any video suggestions, comment them down below. I will be checking them out. And yeah, like the video, guys, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.